Hello again, guys and girls of the Gears of War community. My name is Chrissy, and you're watching another gameplay commentary by me. Now, I want to get into a quick subject here. I'm not doing a commentary on Gears today because I feel like the Gears of War scene is getting a bit stale. Besides the fact that a new Gears of War game has been announced, but I've got something a little bit special planned for that, so you can go and check that out in a few days, which will be revealed. But I don't want to kind of spoil anything yet, because I think it's gonna be quite good and it's gonna be quite fun. But keep tuned and keep your eyes on the channel and look forward for that, because we're gonna do, or me and the rest of the guys at Vector 7 Studios are going to do a little thing on it. But anyway, back to the subject of this video. So, last night, I had a dream, or maybe it was the night before, I can't remember. I had a dream, and I was travelling around America, and I've had this dream because, I've had this dream before, and it's mainly because, what I want to do is, when I get some real a decent amount of money together, I want to go traveling around America with my friend Nathan, mainly because it's a fairly safe place to start traveling for me, because it's not too far from home, although the kind of landscape and the culture is a little bit different, so I'd really like to go there and be let it be the first place I've truly explored, because I've been to I have been abroad before and I've been on holiday, but the main thing, I think the most exciting place I went is Venice, and actually that is quite exciting. I'll admit that Venice is quite an amazing place, although it is one of the most crowded places on the planet. I swear to God, I've never seen so many people packed into one area. There was about a, I want to say 200 by 200 meter square kind of area outside of a castle, I want to say. I think it was a castle. And there must have been about 2,000 people in it. That's like something like 2 or 3 people in a square meter, but whatever. It was so crowded. But yeah, so I've been to Venice, and that was always with my family, so I thought, you know what, when I get some money together, because the problem right now is there's so little jobs, and I live in such an isolated, well, not exactly isolated, but it's a fairly rural area. It's just a town in the north of a county called Devon here in England, so any of my British friends watching, you might know where Devon is. But yeah, I live here and there's not many jobs going, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to get work and earn some money. But when I do earn some money, that will be one of the main things I do. Now, I've been sitting here and I've been thinking about, the different things I could do if I had the money, and I'd say to have like my absolute perfect trip, it'd probably be about £100,000. Maybe more. Like, that would just be like a big round number for me to pick on, and I haven't really done any research, but I'd really love that kind of money to spend on the trip. And that got me thinking about something else I could talk about, is what would you guys do if you had £100,000? Now, I hate the idea of the question of what would you do if you had £1 million or you had $1 million, and it's like, well, $1 million is actually quite a lot of money, and the problem with something like $1 million is there is a fair amount you can do with it. So it's not like when you ask someone, they always give you the same answer, really. They always say, oh yeah, I'll get a nice car, get a nice house, get a nice, equipment, and get nice this, that, and, all of this. But what would you do if you had £100,000? Because if you think about it, there's some nice things you can do, but there's only really one really nice thing you can do. You could get a really nice car for £100,000. You could get like a really nice, I don't know, not really house. I mean, houses these days are going for so much money, so you couldn't really get that much of a nice house, but you could still get, maybe you could get a nice apartment or something, or a nice flat as we call it here. But yeah, so what would you guys do with £100,000? Because that's what I've been thinking. But back onto the story of traveling around America. So me and my friend have been talking about it for a while. He's my best friend. I've known him for about 13, 14 years now. And we started talking about this about, I don't know, I want to say a year ago. And I finally got it all set out in my head. Now this is the kind of trip we'd have if I had the money, like if I had enough money, like I had enough money to spend on whatever we wanted to do there. So the trip, I would say, would be a 3-month long trip. So that's an entire summer, probably be from about May to the end of July. And it would be through an entire summer, and we go over there, and we go from state to state, visiting about 12 states, one each week, or possibly 11, because I know, or I only recently found out that Washington is in the state of New York, or I think it is, someone told me that. I haven't actually researched that myself. So, like, the idea would be spend the first week in New York City, and then the second week in Washington City, and then like move on from there. And I've got a kind of a small list of states I want to visit right now. So obviously it would be New York, Florida. I've always wanted to visit Chicago City, and I believe that is in Illinois, if I pronounce that right. And, oh, what else was there? God, I've already forgotten. This is terrible. This is a terrible video. But no, like, I've got to really get into research, because I know what I want to do. I'm not exactly sure where I need to go to do it. Like, I want to go and kind of explore a mountain range. And I believe that would be in a state like West Virginia. But literally, I have no idea. I just saw it in a picture or something. So I'd like to go like mountain climbing, like not proper kind of Mount Everest mountain, just kind of, you know, half a mile high or a mile high or something like that. Something that's not too, like 1,000 meters. I think that's like a real achievement, and that would be really good to do. And it would just be something to add on to the list of things that I've done in my life. But anyway, that is what I would do with $100,000 or £100,000. What would you guys do? Tell me in the comments, and, you know, leave me a like if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.